Sometimes we need a reminder that engineering is not only about creating impressive structures, but also about preserving what we already have. The repair of the Groot Marico River Bridge is an example of how systematic monitoring, innovative design and creative thinking can extend the lifespan of an existing structure. Situated on the N4 between Pretoria and Botswana, the bridge forms part of a busy highway used by thousands of vehicles every day. The N1 is operated and maintained by Bakwena Platinum Corridor concessionaire, Bakwena, on behalf of SANRAL. JG Africa oversees the bridge management system for Bakwena.
We do a lot of work with Bakwena, who's the toll concessionaire, along the route on the N1 and the N4. We do bridge inspections for them every 5 years.
A large vertical crack was identified by the bridge inspector in one of the Groot Marico Bridge piers.
We came up with a repair strategy, and then in early 2017, the contractor who was working in the area noted that after a flood, that the bridge deck had sagged significantly, and on further inspection noted that the crack had enlarged.
The bridge is made up of two parts. The southern part of the bridge was built in the 1970s. The northern part of the bridge was added in the early 2000s to accommodate the wider carriageway. The crack was at the joint of the old and new sections. However, before the repairs could commence, large-scale flooding took place in the area, causing the old portion of the pier to rotate and one side of the deck of the bridge to sag. JG Africa's team immediately closed off the old portion of the bridge and diverted traffic by means of a stop-go onto the new portion of the bridge. A berm was constructed in the riverbed to divert the water so that piling could take place. Heavy rains brought the river down in flood, washing the berm away, and the team had to wait for drier weather to reconstruct a more substantial berm. Scaffolding was then erected to support the bridge deck, and piling began at the four corners of the pier. The challenges came almost immediately. Large boulders in the riverbed required a change from 7 mini piles to 3 1-meter diameter piles on the pier protection structures. Then, the piling showed only mud and boulders to a level of 5 meters below the pier. And finally, the damaged pier rotated further, threatening to collapse.
If that bridge had failed, that road is the main corridor between Pretoria and Botswana. If that road fails, there's no route up to Botswana. It's a huge income loss for our client and a huge loss for the community.
Real engineering ingenuity was required. An innovative solution must be found under pressure. December peak traffic and the rainy month of January were fast approaching, and repairs needed to be accelerated. A new design allowed for the beam to be tied to the existing pier by means of dowels drilled and epoxied into the pier, rather than the original plan to construct a lip below the pier. A higher strength concrete was used to fast-track the repairs. Once the beam had reached the required strength, the bridge deck was jacked back up to its original height. Steel shims of varying heights were placed between the pier and the deck on flat epoxy surfaces to support the deck. With the completion of the jacking and the support of the bridge deck, the support scaffolding could be removed and the N4 could be fully open to traffic once again. In early 2018, the berm was removed and the river bend rehabilitated. JG Africa is proud of its involvement in yet another successful project for Bakwena, a long-standing client that continues to demonstrate its unwavering commitment to operating a world-class highway.